What's up? What's up? What's up? No, it's corny as fuck. But let some people get in here. See if we can get a nice little crowd up in here. I would get a brew, but I don't want nobody telling the company I'm drinking and stuff. You know what I mean? What's going on, Corey? Ask me what? You want to come outside? Put your shoes on. Nah, it's actually cooling down some, Jerry. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Black Ghost? What's going on, Jamal? So Jack just got in. What's up, TIG? Let's see, Bull City Runner. What's going on? Chilling, man. Chilling on the weekend, local boy stuff, man. Us local drivers, we get to, relax on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? Probably go out a little later with the old lady. Come on. Hang on. Yeah, I got some now. Oh, you got some. Doing a live feed. Let's see. Hey, the little man. You gotta go up the hill, man. Go ahead, go up the hill. Use your feet. I think you too big for that joint, Jay. He ain't gonna make it. But anyways, yeah, man, I just wanted to do like a Q&A. I know it's a lot of people that's hitting me up in my inbox on Facebook and Instagram. Random comments on my older YouTube videos. So I'm just gonna open up a platform for people to ask me any questions with regards to my company, the union, things of that nature. So you got any questions, concerns, whatever, hit me up, let me know. For those who are asking about the union, we are still in, I'm still supporting you. I appreciate that, Mike. We still are in the negotiating stage. We did win the vote. Y'all already knew that. And with that, we just trying to see what the negotiation is going to lead to. From my understanding, they trying to get it like the union that they have in Chicago at NBI. But I don't know. To be honest with y'all, man, I really haven't heard from a union rep since we haven't like I said, heard from the union since we won the vote. You know what I'm saying? So we just waiting to see again what they gonna do. I need the best answer. I want to start driving trucks, but want to stay local. Proceed in CL school, find a company that will train me. It's funny because when I was in the landfill, I want to say 2 days ago, one of the dozer drivers asked me a similar question. Like they didn't want to go OTR, but they wanted to start driving trucks. The best thing I can tell you with that is like there are companies that will hire you straight out of school, but you're not gonna make a lot of money. If I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, you got companies like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and some other companies like some food service places may hire you straight out of school. And though if you get hired onto a food service at school, like food service like Cisco or something like that, you can make good money, but you're gonna work hard for it. But go back over there. But for the most part, yes, you can find a local gig straight out of school, but you're not gonna make any money. It's not. I don't feel like it's even gonna be worth it. And it's like if you go to a company like Pepsi or Coca-Cola, some of the trucks that you're gonna be pulling aren't even gonna be long enough to be considered 53 footers. So that's not gonna be verifiable experience once you hit a year, 2 years, 3 years. So a lot of times you end up getting stuck at companies like that, which is why you got people who've been at Pepsi for 15 years because they can't go nowhere else. You know what I mean? So they've been, in a sense, wasting time. But if that's something that you're okay with doing, then yes, to answer your question, yes, you can get hired on. Yes, you can get hired on straight out of school, and be local. But you know, it's a catch to it. Me personally, I put in my 2 weeks. Excuse my 2 weeks. I put in my 2 years. I bounced around a lot, but you know, once I hit my 2-year mark, I found a very good local company. But I would check in your area. Here's the best advice I can give you is to check in your area, find out companies that may can get you home on the weekend. Find out companies that may can get you home every 2 weeks, and do that for a year. You know what I'm saying? Until you can, because once you hit a year experience, then you can find a decent paying. You can find a decent paying local gig. But to do it straight out of school, you're gonna be the guy that's gonna come on YouTube and say, "Oh, well, my checks are $400 after taxes." That's gonna be you. You know what I'm saying? That's if I'm being 100 with you. And even to be honest, you may can luck up if you're willing to go to a mega carrier and they got good lanes in your area, and you put in a good 6 months, you can might be hop on a dedicated and be home every day or every other day, or it depends on the dedicated in your area. It's just about doing research. How much time are you willing to put in to find out? If you're not willing to put in no time, if you're just gonna go from YouTube to YouTube asking YouTube personalities who don't know nothing about your area, then you're gonna get exactly you get what you, as much effort as you put into it. But if you do your research and you talk to truckers in your area and companies in your area, then you may find the perfect situation for you. It's all about how much you're willing to put into it. You know what I mean? That's how life works. You get out of it what you put in. So let's see. Next question. Hey man, I'm a long time subscriber. I have one question. How can I get my hair cool like yours? Hey man, you know, I don't do nothing, even though you're trolling, but I'll entertain you anyways. All I do is wash it, man. You know, put a little carrot oil in it, and the wifey retwist it every 2 weeks to every month. I'm saying, same with my son here. Hold on, let me see. Same with his hair. You see his hair? All he does is washes it every once in a while. A little bit of oil for the troll. Troll named Dre. Yeah, you in for the night? Nah, I'm not in for the night. We going to the movies. We're going to see the Jurassic Park joint. Little man going to grandma's house. I gotta see what time we going to the movies. I don't know. She did all that because we wanted to do something for the anniversary, but because of the budget and plan that we're on, you know, the Dave Ramsey joint, you know, we didn't want to spend a lot of money. We was gonna go to the Cheesecake Factory, but we decided, you know, a movie was more cheaper, and just to say that we did something. Cooking at the grill on Mom's house. Well, if you still over there when we leave the movie, I may hit you, and cause I got your charger, yeah. So I get that to you. Let me hold some. Hey, man, I ain't got it, dog. All my money going to paying off debt. You know what I'm saying? We paying off about 3 debts today. We got some old tolls to pay, some old court stuff we paying off, and the payment plan that we set up for the electricity back when our electric bill was $1,000 a month. We paying that off as well. So we paying off 3 active debts. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got it. I did 1 year OTR, now doing out and back runs next month. Yeah, you just got to get your experience, man. Yo, you was I guess that means facially challenged. I don't know. Fat and ugly as ever. Okay, that's cool. May have to do LTL, do doc first, but it'll pay off. Yeah, that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? But that's if he willing to touch boxes, he or she. Y'all know my policy with the boxes. I don't touch motherfucking boxes. I understand. So that wasn't even information I was gonna give him, because that's just, you know, something I don't do. But yeah, I guess you can do that as well. No doubt, man. Am I ever gonna do OTR again? Absolutely not, dog. It's too much money locally for me to even entertain OTR. Well, put it like, let me rephrase, because people are sensitive and I need to work on how I articulate things to not offend people, because I'm just not on that wave anymore. So let me rephrase. There is more than enough money for me to make, or there's more than enough money to be made locally and for me to be home every night for me to even consider OTR. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could, if I stayed at the job that I'm at now for the rest of my life, I'd be good. But I want to be better than good. But, you know, so no. And the more experience I get, the more opportunities that will open up to me, whether as a company or owner-operator, locally. So that's not even something I'll entertain. I mean, it'll have to be, it would have to be a crazy-ass offer to get me to go back OTR. I'm just going to be 100. And honestly, if you have over 2 to 3 years experience and you're still OTR, you really don't have no type of family situation at the crib. Or you just choosing not to be around your family, because you don't have to be out there at that point. From no experience to 2 years, 2 to 3 years, you kind of have to be out there to get to that experience, to get a decent ass gig. But anything after 2 to 3 years, if you still OTR, it's because you want to be, or you don't want to be on what? There's a bird up there. He be alright. Alright, so let's go. Scroll. Yeah, Dave Ramsey, man. That man tells no lies. Yeah, I hit you. Let me hold a rack. Nah, I ain't got no rack, man. I ain't got it. I'm paying off debt too. Can't even spend this new money. Word, I feel you. I mean, shit, but with the money you making now, and I would assume your expenses are very minimal, you should be, you know, debt. I can't imagine a young guy like yourself having a lot of debt, Dre. So I assume your shit to be paid off probably before mine. What's going on, Britain? So you work at Coca-Cola, you don't get verifiable experience? Nah, you don't, to my knowledge, because like the Coca-Cola I'm thinking about, don't get me wrong, I've seen Coca-Cola with 53 footers, but the way it was explained to me, the new guys coming in don't get those routes. The routes that they get are like the little small joints that you may see at the 7-Eleven, gas stations, and you unloading them trucks with, you know what I'm saying, with all them heavy ass sodas. My understanding, the guys that are pulling the 53-foot trailers with Coca-Cola are either coming in with experience, like 2 years or whatever experience to pull those, or have been with Coca-Cola or Pepsi long enough to pull the 53-footers. So let's see. If you caught your last video about when you get caught up, you're going on a rock. Yeah, I'm not going on a rock until I can pay for my truck cash. That's 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whenever it happens. But you know, I feel like I'm in a great situation where I make enough money to where I can continue to maintain my lifestyle, pay off my debt, and then save to do what I want to do as far as owner-operating. So I'm not in any rush, because at this point it's not even about the money, it's just about the freedom and expanding. You know, as much money as I make as a company driver, I can never expand this and leave it for him. The only thing I can leave for him right now is a job application. You know what I'm saying? So, or who knows? Maybe I won't even buy a truck. Maybe I'll just go into real estate. Or maybe I'll put all my money into my wife's daycare. Well, now babysitting service, but it'll turn into a daycare. As long as there is something that is being built, some business, some legacy that can be left to him, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm willing to put in my time. I'm willing to be patient. You know what I mean? So, read some more of this stuff. What's up, bro? Been watching since day one. Keep doing what you're doing. Fuck the haters. Yes, sir. That's right. It's too much money. Too much money locally. Yeah, flies. No Coca-Cola. Pepsi isn't verifiable. No Coca-Cola. 35 footer. See, yeah, that's not verifiable. That 35 footer. Nah, that ain't gonna get you nothing. That ain't gonna get you nothing, dog. The safety department or whatever company you're gonna apply to gonna look at that and be like, man, you might as well have been driving a U-Haul. Now, granted, I will say that those 35 footers are harder to back, so that experience should count. But as far as just, you know, you don't have to take wider turns like you do in a regular truck. So they don't respect it as far as safety goes. I'm not talking about me. I'm just talking about them. Nah, I got a brew, but I'm just not gonna put it on the camera, man. Not after that random drug and alcohol test. You know what I mean? Company don't need to know everything I do off the clock, even though I don't give a fuck if they do or not. But fly trying to be in the live feed. Whenever you can, invest in some ETF index funds, some index. Yeah. Like the investing stuff, ain't coming until after the debt is paid off. Right now, all extra money goes towards paying off the debt. That's part of baby step 2 with the Dave Ramsey plan. After that point, I believe step 3 is the 3 to 6 months of emergency funds, and then I think step 4 is when you start putting 15% investing that shit into the 401 and all that. So, you know, is there a container ports in your city? Yeah, right around the corner. You got Norfolk, Portsmouth, and yeah, it's like 3 ports. We got VIG, we got PMT, and we got NIT. So we got 3 different ports, and that's one of the main flows of income for truckers in this area. You know what I'm saying? Is the port. But you know, like I talked to a lot of port drivers, man, like they said it ain't even worth it unless you got a very minimum truck payment or no truck payment at all, which is why a lot of times if you see port drivers or container pullers, they got the older trucks that may look, you know, not as look as nice as the 2018s or 2019s, but I guarantee they outrun them all day long. You know what I'm saying? But like it's cats here, man, where they'll run from the port to the Walmart distribution pulling for hood, and they'll do like 3-4 of those a day, 5 of those a day, and make fucking, I don't know, $700-800 a day. You know what I'm saying? Guys working 4 days on, 3 days off. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll run 4 days and then 5 days just do drays all day. There's a lot of options, man. A lot of different companies and carriers out of the port. So in order for me to get to that point where I can do that and not be stressing about a truck payment, just taking my time, man. Taking my time. Or who knows, I may not do the port. I may go pool, had a homie tell me about, what's the company? Ezzell, EZZELL. Pulling like wood chips and pallets and all that. You know what I'm saying? And all that. They go from, I think, Carolina to Portsmouth or something like that, but they home daily. You know what I'm saying? And I had a driver tell me they done made from, I want to say in a 3-month period, they made like $69,000, but their truck is paid off. So it's just like, yeah, it's a lot. All these drivers out here be talking about rates and all this stuff. That shit sound real good. But I done had too many conversations with drivers with paid off trucks, and they just don't stress nowhere near as much as some of the drivers I see with payments on YouTube in person and things to that nature. So it's just like, I want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be relaxed. I'm not trying to be putting no pressure. I'm not trying to rush into no bad situation, no bad lease or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm willing to take my time. read some of these comments. It's the racist Hicks calling and snitching on dudes for YouTube videos on some self-hatred. Your own people snitching too. I believe it. Every man for himself. Ain't no love out here. Do your thing. Feed the fam. If you ain't family, you're an enemy. Thought about what you said on my post, so next week I'm going back to get a ratchet pregnant. Hey man, do your thing, dog. How you live across from the church but stay at home watching football? Huh? I ain't get that. On the rock is who cares if you don't have the bank? Stay company, start that money. Exactly. I have a serious dilemma with Ricky Henderson now. Hold on, let me yeah, we gonna yeah, we ain't got time for that shit. Not today. How much experience you need for NBI? 2 years. 2 years of verifiable experience. I don't know what old dude talking about somebody in front of him giggling and making them feel, I don't know, sound like some SVU type shit. What that was about, somebody gotta explain that to me. These trolls getting weird on me, man. They definitely getting weird. You gotta turn the wheel. There you go. Nah, just 2 years verifiable. I mean, some guys that like what you can do, like, cause my 2 years won't OTR. My 2 years was a mixture of regional, local. You know what I'm saying? I had some Swift in there, some Abilene, some Trans Am, some Port. So as long as you were pulling the 53 footer, is what they gonna say for the most part. That's verifiable. If you was out here driving a box truck, or if you was out here pulling a Pepsi truck, they're not gonna count that as verifiable experience. So I used to watch your old CRST videos. I appreciate that, yo. Oh yeah, also, if anybody in here is applying to NBI, make sure you put my name down, yo. I didn't realize I get referral bonuses for that joint. I had a dude hit me up on Facebook a couple days ago, and he told me he put my name down. And I asked my terminal manager what kind of referral is that. He said $3,000. So I greatly appreciate that. That's going straight to paying off debt. You know what I mean? Any money I can get. What's wrong? Bring that to me. I don't know what that's over there anyways.
It's my mom to take her wrapper over there.
For real?
Yeah.
Alright. Let me put it right there. Okay. Alright. I'm a new subscriber. Salute, black man. Where you from? I'm from VA, man. 2 up, 2 down. I work at NBI, Mr. Boat Inc. I'm an ass driver full time, Monday through Friday, every other Saturday. Yeah, 3K. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see how true that is. Maybe that was just for a period of time. I don't know. So seem to be. I'm trying to, man. We got this YMCA membership, and that joint's $78. You know what I'm saying? And $78 a month. So I told the old lady straight, like, look, we're gonna be paying $78 a month. We're gonna go to this. We're gonna be using this joint. So a lot of times we be swimming. And swimming is great exercise. You know what I'm saying? From my understanding. And I just been, you know, I think my biggest thing is continue to work on eating habits. I've tried doing this water fast, and I get like halfway through the day, man. It's a bad situation. You know what I mean? So we're gonna try to do it. Try to get a day in and work on getting 2 days in and 3 days and figure out something, man. Something got to get though for sure. Oh yeah, let me show y'all something. So, okay. So y'all know that, you know, I bought this car right when I came local because I needed a car. Right. I already feel like I shouldn't have bought a car for as much as I paid for. I paid $24 for it. Should have got something for cheaper, but it's all good because I got a reliable car. But when I came back home, excuse me, sir, can you go back all the way? Can you go over there? You got all the space over here. You over here by my feet. Thank you. I work 7. Most of the time, I work 7 to 4. Yeah, sometimes I work 7 to 4. But sometimes it may be 4:30, 5 o'clock. So 9 to 10 hours. But anyways, getting back on track. So I fell back into materialism. You know what I'm saying? I was home, and I was just call myself trying to be social and be cool. And, you know what I'm saying? Just being, I was being naive. You know what I'm saying? But I came to my senses. I snapped out of it, and so what I did was, when I got my car, I went and got these rims, right? 22s, nice rims. Went to a lot of rim places now. They'll let you go and put like the big down payment and then pay the joint off in 4 months, right? So that's what I did. I got it, and I was like, fuck it, I'll pay it off. You know what I mean? It'll be paid off in 4 months, no biggie. But of course, with me doing this, this financial, just rebirth in my life. You know what I'm saying? I just really sat down and thought about it, and thought about it, and thought about it. So I got rid of them joints, man. Boom, there you go. The rims that I had on the car were like 2,200. I still had like, I want to say like 1,800 left to be paid on them. So instead of paying the rest of that 1,800, I went and paid $325 for these 17s, old Mustang wheels. Put them on the car. Took the rims back. You know what I'm saying? That saves me $1,400 over the next like 2-3 months. So now I can take that and put it to some other debt, like maybe catching up on my credit card or something like that. But like I said, I feel like getting the rims, it felt so good, man. I ain't gonna lie, it felt good when I got the rims. But like I said, I just thought about it, and I really just had to evaluate my situation, like, and sit there and look in the mirror like, yo, what the fuck is you doing, Jay? Why rims, nigga, really? You know what I'm saying? No, it's a Grand Marquis. Rims, nigga, really? Like, you went from talking about businesses and, generational wealth to falling right back into the materialism and the material addiction that you spoke down on other people about. So I had to, G-check myself. So there you go. Got rid of them joints. Let me read some of these joints. How many of y'all to answer that? Some people don't understand home time is father time, husband and wife time, until they have a cherish what you have. Yeah, that's facts. Hey man, time is the only true currency in life, man. You know what I mean? When millionaires and old people are laying on their deathbed, man, they don't talk about the money they could have made. They talk about time. You know what I'm saying? And time is just too precious, man. Time is too short. So 24 ain't bad, folks. Yeah, it's not bad at all. But I was just like, I could have paid cheaper. But like I said, I don't regret it. Better in person than over the phone. Yeah, that's for damn sure. No park and drive. Nah, man. I took the twos off. It lowered the car. So let me show you. The way my drive-through is, it's like a hump right here. So like when I pull in, that shit scraped the bottom of the car. So I get on the goddamn street. It's all good. I got a little basketball hoop and some pools I be putting out for the kids. So it's best that the car don't be parked there anyways, because they be out here rolling and playing and all that. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of that. I need serious medical opinion. Okay, what's up? Yeah, more than likely I'll leave this live up. No NBI. What you mean no NBI? I 100% still work for NBI. Yo, man, can you shout me out? I'm really trying to get started on YouTube, and it really be appreciated. Okay. Well, RNZ Clan Games. Shout out to you, I guess, dog. If it mean that much to you. But yeah, I'm leaving this live feed up. I should, you know, I don't see no reason to take it down. That is 30 minutes long. What time is it? Hold on right quick, y'all. I need to see what time it is. Anybody shout you out? Well, shout out to Dre. Anybody ready for level 1 inspection? YouTube Police DOT. Okay, so what we gonna do? We gonna hide you. And then yeah, we do, yeah. Well, maybe some weirdos, not her. I think I forgot about all the weirdos from on YouTube. Man, 3 weeks ago I hit a vape with my girlfriend. It was, yeah, okay. I forgot I got moderators. Shout out to the moderators.
I see Angie.
You seen her, Angie?
Yeah.
Yeah, she drove past and honked the horn.
Yeah. That's a beep, beep.
Yeah.
I passed the horn. Do that.
I've been at Swift 3 years as owner. Just go somewhere, become an owner. Nah, I ain't ready to be an owner yet, man. I thought I was, but I'm not. I'll be an owner eventually, just not right now. How long you growing your locks, bro? What's your goal? Really ain't no goal, man. I'm just, I mean, this is just, you know what I mean? I just like the way it look. I mean, I'm just gonna keep letting it grow forever. You know what I'm saying? I've been growing it now. It's been locked up for like going on 6 months. Yeah, going on 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So are you still joining the crown? Nah, at least not right now. Like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with rims. That's why I wanted to be careful on how I articulated that, and that's why I spoke to my opinion. All I'm saying is that that's just not something that's needed for me right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't be buying $2,400 or $2,200 rims and I'm in debt trying to pay off debt. You know what I'm saying? So maybe next year when I'm debt free and I got 4 months of expenses saved up, then yeah, if I see some $2,000 rims, I'll go cash out, pay for it cash. But nothing that I should have to put money down and make payments on. You know what I'm saying? So that's just, you know, Crown Vic boys ain't going nowhere. They'll be there next year and the year after. So at that time, you know, if I got the extra money to play along, cool. But these car clubs, like, you gotta understand, man, like, car clubs ain't going nowhere. The materialism, trust me, society has made billions off of materialism and the addiction of materialistic shit. So ain't none of this materialistic shit going nowhere. Rims are still gonna be there. You know, systems and all that other shit, it ain't going nowhere, man. They making too much fucking money off of it. You understand? So when the time comes and I can do it and not affect, you know, anything financial anywhere else in my life, cool. Of all the rookie truckers I was following, you the only survivor. The rest of, wow, I appreciate that. That's crazy. Yeah, it's a tough industry, man. You know, I mean, y'all have seen the shit I've gone through. This shit can break a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you out on the road and you want to be home. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, gotta, you know, take the L's, take the lessons, and keep it pushing. Let's see. YouTube Police is cool. Shouldn't have blocked him. He was talking weird, man. I ain't block him. I just like put him in timeout or whatever. He was talking weird, man. I don't, you know what I'm saying? What's wrong?
This car is turning my butt.
Turn your butt. Then what you want? What you want to do? You want to go in the house? No, that's the same one.
Yeah.
You can't. Nah, if you don't want to ride that one, you ain't gonna get in that one. It's the same thing. You want to go in the house? You determined you ain't gonna go in the house. It's like you sticking to your diet. I'm sticking to something. You can't be in the club without. I think I can. Now that you say it, I really think I can. I really don't be having the time for it. Like, You know, I work every other Saturday. The Saturdays I'm off from chilling with the family. So it's like, yeah, I guess it's about priorities. What's important. You know what I'm saying? If I had more free time, to take the trips that they take and do all that stuff, I would. But I'm just too focused on other things, man. It's just, I wouldn't be 100% in it. I kicked it with them for a weekend. It was cool, but it's just not where my head is at. That's just not something. You know what I mean? Like, I need to be more so hanging with a group of people who are speaking financial maturity and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not to the relaxed part of my life where I can just chill with social clubs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them cats in that group, man, that I met, older dudes, they got 2-3 Vicks, but they chilling in their 40s, 50s. They just looking for time, just something to kill time with, you know what I'm saying? So when I get to that point, then I can do that. But I'm in grind mode right now, man. You know what I'm saying? We got goals, we got plans, we got things we got to do. And we just can't get there relaxing and chilling, you know what I'm saying, with social clubs and car clubs. Not right now anyways, you know what I'm saying? So, you said a lot just now. A lot of people want to look good in the streets but be behind them bills. Like, yeah, for sure. Like, I know cats that didn't drop 5 to 10,000 in their cars, but the car is barely running, or, you know, I mean, that's not to, but see, that's the thing. I don't want to say that because I don't want nobody to get offended, but it's the truth, man. It's all about priority. Now, if you got the bread, hey, bro, if you got it, do what you do. But I'm in debt, so I don't have no extra bread. I'm in debt. Let's see. How long until anonymous trucks coming? I have no idea, man. I'm just hoping to, when the time they come, that I'm financially in place to have my money in other businesses in case the trucking goes under. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how long they come. Automatic or manual. I actually prefer manual now. I drive a manual every day. And I actually prefer manual. You can't sleep in a car, homie. You did the right thing. Yeah, true indeed. Better to make memories rather than view facts. I'd rather have stories to tell than shit to show. What's going on? Keep on trucking. Doing the right thing, bro. Keep it up. I'm trying. Speaking financial maturity like like trucking rocks. Yeah, it's bathroom?
Yeah. No.
Alright. Wrong ass. Yeah, shout out to Trucking Rocks. I guess they in there speaking financial maturity. So go check them out, you know what I mean? Speaking, they in there woke. Damn, man, local guys get a lot of time off. Must be nice. Hey, man. Trying to get like you, Top Dollar. You the man, dog. You the man. That's all I'm going to say. You the man. You ever drive in New York? Yeah. When I was with Abilene, I did a Northeast Regional route. And I was in Brooklyn, down Flushing. That seemed like 3 times a week. Yeah, I've been all up and through New York. Definitely don't miss it. Definitely don't miss it. If we being 100% honest, don't miss it at all. You ever thought about driving roll-off? Driving roll-off? You gonna have to explain what's roll-off? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't shoot yourself, man. You'd be nervous. You'd be scared, but you'd get through it. You know what I mean? Like, driving through New York is just, take your time. Don't let them New Yorkers bully you on the road. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take you a long time, but I don't mean it hard. Like, New York isn't inconvenient. It just takes a long time to get through there. Don't make a wrong turn, then it gets hard. But as long as you as long as you stay on the trucking routes, it just takes forever to get through New York. Nothing hard about it. Driving through New York is no different than when you be in the middle of Ohio and then you get into a small town and you got to make that right turn to stay on the highway. But that right turn is in the middle of a small town and it's a sharp ass turn. Same difference. What was your favorite state to travel through? Man, Nebraska. Just because of how simple it was, man. It's flat, no hills, no mountains. It's just flat. Got my favorite truck stop out there, Balsamans in Grand Island, Nebraska. All the Walmarts allow truck parking, so you could run your full 11 out down to like 10 hours and 59 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Come on. So, yeah, Nebraska was 100% my favorite state. I mean, as far as shit to see, Oregon was nice. Washington was nice. Cali was nice, but a lot of hills, a lot of mountains. So, you know what I mean? And Nebraska was just simple. Delivering dumpsters that roll off. Oh, no, I ain't never considered doing that. I thought that was like some CDL Class B joint. You ever looked into real estate, buying foreclosure homes? 100% is I've looked into it. And I've thought about, you know, doing that as another business. But I just don't have enough information about it to make any moves. You know what I'm saying? Even if I had the money right now, I wouldn't make a move because, you know, it would be kind of ignorant to go into a field that you have no knowledge about. So, but yeah, I've definitely thought about it. What's the craziest thing you've seen in your OTR journey? That's a trick question. I mean, you talking about what, on the actual road or just since I've been a truck driver? Craziest thing I've seen. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. What's the craziest thing I've seen? Craziest thing I've seen. Probably FedEx doubles doing 75 miles an hour down a mountain. If I'm being honest. No matter what mountain range you go through, no matter what hills you go, it's always a FedEx driver driving. It's because it's 9 times out of 10 it's a Swift driver, or yeah, that's fucked up, right? But it's a mega carrier driver who just got hired on, never been able to do over 70, so now they hauling ass everywhere. That's crazy. That's like, that always blew my mind. No matter what, it's a doubles hauling ass in the mountains. Wyoming is cool as long as it ain't snowing. I mean, you got the wind, but I mean, when in the wintertime, you know, Wyoming is. You go to Wyoming and move there for a week because you can't go nowhere because it'll be shut down. What states you running now? I run Virginia. You mean to ask what cities I run? I run Portsmouth and I run Suffolk and back. And then Chesapeake is where my terminal is. So I run between 3 cities on the ass side. On the trash side, I do a couple of other cities. You won't drive a beach truck. I'm pulling 73 a year driving roll off. Okay, well, that's what's up. That's a good gig, man. But you know, I can make that where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? That's the most respectable way I can say that. 73 is definitely obtainable at the position I currently hold. So I'm cool where I'm at. Appreciate it though. Where's LeBron going? He either staying in Cleveland or he going to LA. What about I-80 in Wyoming? They call it Highway to Heaven. Yeah, it's Highway to Heaven is right after I think it's Fort Bragg, after the TA, where they got the Burger King and the Taco Bell. It's just like a drop off. It ain't that bad. Like when they take the picture of it, they make it seem like it's crazy, but it's not that bad, man. Throw the Jake brake on, drop a gear, and you alright. Cruise on down. If you didn't have a family, would you still choose local over OTR? That's a good question. If I didn't have a family, I would not be opposed to doing OTR. However, if I could still make good money and be local, I would. But if I didn't have a family, then 9 times out of 10, I probably would be OTR. I really would. But you know, I think that goes without saying. I think that's anybody, you know what I mean? But I could still see myself being local without a family. I probably have a bunch of kids and be getting in a lot of trouble, but while driving OTR, have you had any tornado? Yeah, in Alabama of all places, heading to a Walmart distribution with my student Grady. That's when I was a lease operator and a trainer. but it was a tornado in the area, and we just kept driving. I mean, we won't finna sit there on the side of the highway, won't know none bridges or nothing, so we just kept on driving. We was like, I think 30 miles from the Walmart, so, but we got there safely. I haven't used my CDL in 2 years because of family problems. Who you recommend? Prime, Swift, Schneider. No, not Schneider. Prime, Swift, Stevens. Those are the best mega carriers to my knowledge, that as far as the training goes. And I know people talk about Swift training like it's a joke, but you know, I was a great trainer, so I would hope it's someone like me there. But definitely Prime first. Would you drive trucks in Europe or Canada? I see no reason why not. I deliver produce in Richmond. It's tight. A lot of, yeah, Richmond, it can get kind of crazy in Richmond. You reminisce and sound like you miss OTR. Nah, I mean, it ain't no different than reminiscing about an old female you used to mess with. You just remember the good times. You know not to go back. You moved on, but that don't mean you can't enjoy the memories. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to be 100. You know what I'm saying? You got good memories, you got bad memories. Just because you like to dwell more on the good memories don't mean you're going to go back. You know what I mean? Just you don't want to remember the bad shit. Like, I don't want to remember being broke down on the side of the road or driving through the mountains when it's snowing. You know what I'm saying? Those are memories I tend to try to keep, you know, in the bottom of the ocean. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, RLC TV? Jay, go ask mommy what time we going to the movies. Huh? You super scared? Scared of what? No, you not going. Me and mommy going. You going to Mimi house. Go ask her. Go ask her what time the movie. Come on. What's going on, Ray David? Steak salad. You ain't gonna never let that go. Do you still stay in contact with the students you train at Swift? And if so, do they still drive? The only student that I keep in contact with is my man, Will. And to my knowledge, he is still at Swift. He's on a dedicated route home on the weekends because he had a beautiful baby. So, but as far as Grady, Victor, and, you know, all the other students that I kicked off the truck, I don't keep in contact with any of them. I know Grady left Swift. He left Swift a while ago, I think because his daughter was having his first grandson. So I think he wanted to be home more. And I haven't been in contact with Victor. But I would assume, because every student that I pass, I stand by it. So I would assume that they're doing well. Huh? What time she say? You ain't even ask her. Short attention span. 9:30. Okay. What time is it? Okay, 8 o'clock. Going to the movies later. Come on, you coming out? Come on. Let's see. I work about 63 hours a week local. What about you? How many hours would I say I work weekly? I say I average about 9 hours a day. And I work, you know, so 9 times 5 is what, 45? Yeah. Let's even if I say I work 10 hours, I mean, but most of the time I come in at 7, I'm off 4 o'clock, 4:30. So 9.5 hours, so 45 to 50. If I work Saturday, now it's 54. Yeah, 54. So y'all see the wifey in the background. For what? Let me see. It's 2 axles. No, not that one. What is that? Bear with me. It's 2 axles. It's an automobile. I'm about to come in there. I'm about to come in there. She's setting up my Easy Pass. Yeah, she's setting up my Easy Pass because I gotta go through the tunnel to get to work. So, like, without the Easy Pass, it adds up. So with the Easy Pass, it, you know what I'm saying, helps with how much we're paying monthly as far as tolls. Who you gonna lease out with? I'm not gonna lease with anybody. I don't, leasing means that you're making a payment. I'm not, when I do make the move, I want to pay for a truck cash. So I'll be I guess a real owner op, if you will. No shots to lease drivers, even though I know someone's gonna be offended by it. But so yeah, I don't plan on being a lease to anybody. Those are gravy hours for making 70K or more. Which is why I'm cool with being where I'm at for another year or 2 or 3. Basically, we do 7 loads a day on most regular days. So that's $280 a day. So you take 280 times 5 is, I can't think off the top of my head. I'm gonna be honest, I can't think of it. I think it's 1,400. And then you take that 1,400 and you add the 11% incentive performance bonus, and I think it puts it like $1,545. So I make $1,545 on a 5-day week, and on a 6-day week where I work Saturdays, I make I want to say $1,860, because 280 times 6 plus you add in the 11% performance bonus is $1,860. So $1,500 to $1,800 average. And that's, of course, doing 7 loads a day. Some days you might do 6, some days you might squeeze out 8. So it always evens out. So a really good gig, man. And if you watch I think my 3 videos ago, I actually did a video and showed you my recent pay stubs, or pay, like my net pays or whatever. How many students you kick off the truck? That's a good question. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've kicked off 4 students. 3 of which were foreigners, and 3 of which were foreigners, and it was just a communication issue. I had nothing against them because of their nationality, but it was just because Swift, the one thing I frowned upon with Swift is it almost seemed like they just let anyone pass through their program. My best students all didn't go through Swift's training program as far as like the school. They came from a third party. But the foreigners, man, they just thick accents and just very hard communicating and giving instruction. And I just didn't feel safe, not knowing if this guy who's driving this truck that weighs 75,000 gross at 60 miles an hour going down this hill, if he can understand when I say slow down or put the Jake brake on. So it was just gotta go. Let's see. I appreciate that bread, Finn Scott. Yo, what's the craziest thing you have encountered while trucking, and how did you react to it? Craziest thing that happened while trucking. I'm assuming that you mean like while I was driving, anything happening to the truck. I think the craziest thing that happened was me hitting the deer when I was in the port, because I hit that sucker at about 75 miles an hour, and it fucked the hood all up. My reaction, I had to catch myself from swerving, but because when the deer jumps out in front of you in the truck, you're not supposed to swerve. You're not supposed to swerve, so you just hit them head on, and that's what I did. And it messed my nerves up. I was right on 64 on the other side of Richmond. It was maybe about 5 in the morning, so it was pitch black. And it just came out and it just stood there, man. And it won't number the memory after that. You know what I mean? So just that was probably the craziest thing off the top of my head that I remember. Either that, or when I was in training for Trans Am and I hit a pole. That was, man, that I thought my trucking career was over, because that was the point where I went to CRST school and then I left. So I didn't have any experience, but I had my CDL. And then I went to Trans Am, and on the road test, coming down an industrial road, man, made a right turn and cut it too close and took a pole out. Pole hit the top of the truck and everything. Cops came out there, and I thought at that point, that my trucking career was over. Like, I just knew they were sending me back home, but they kept me, and that was my preventable accident. And I think that went, I think it helped me as far as how I reacted to it. It definitely made sure, no matter what I drove, how long the trailer was, I always watch my corners when I make turns, which is what you're supposed to do. But when you get in an accident or you do something, you fuck something up, you pay extra attention to it. So it probably prevented other accidents. So we get time and a half. I don't be in no rush to get off the clock. Yeah, see, not paid hourly. We're paid by the load. So it's almost, in a sense, commission based or productivity based. Do you miss training? I actually do. When I had good students, man, training was a fun period in my life. Especially with good students. Now, with bad students, it'll make training seem like hell. And when you get the right student, man, and that listens and follows directions, it was a lot of fun. A lot of money, too. What's going on, Carl G? What about FedEx Company? They make great money here. I believe FedEx, FedEx makes good money, to my understanding. All right, Britain, peace out to you. But do you know if you put away one of your daily pay for 52 weeks, you'll save over 20? It's hard, but I'm trying. I'm not really saving no money right now. I'm following the Dave Ramsey baby steps. So I'm on baby step 2. I'm just paying off all my debt, the whole debt snowball. So I won't start saving money until the next step, which is baby step 3, which is getting 3 to 6 months of bills saved. So I'm not really saving any money right now. Do you have a weekday off? No, I work every Monday through Friday. So I mean, I'll have Wednesday off for 4th of July, but on a regular week, no weekdays off. Your left on my left, huh? I think my preventive accident will not show after 3 years. Yeah, most preventives, or most companies only go back 3 years for accidents, I believe. Jay, you got any fourth? Nah, not really. Not really trying to spend a lot of money, so I may try to see who cookout I can go to and eat up all their food. But definitely not trying to spend a lot of money on the 4th. They normally have like events over town with all the fireworks. Laughing at my son with the fireworks, so we may go over there, let the little man watch the fireworks and whatnot. He probably would have thrown me off the truck because I suck at downshifting and backing. Backing, we would have definitely worked on. Nobody is perfect at backing, and I had an automatic when I trained, so that would have been a non-issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, my only issue I had with the people I kicked off was just communicating. They weren't listening, or I just didn't know if they were understanding me. So at that point, they just had to go. I mean, the last student I had that y'all, I think one of the last students I had that y'all saw, the dude had never driven a car before, let alone a truck. So he didn't know anything. He told me that was his first time driving on a domestic road. I didn't know what the fuck a domestic road was. So that was, you know what I mean? Nah. Do you think your ex-trainer who was drinking still... I have no idea, man. I thought about him the other day. I have no idea. I don't know. Because I had to ask myself, do I feel guilty? Because I think at one point I felt guilty about what I did. But the more I thought about it, man, I was either going to inform my company of what was going on, or I was going to put my hands on Buddy. And ain't no telling how that would have went, because we was in the middle of Iowa, and the way cops are gunning down African Americans, I might have been in, I'm one of them, you know what I mean? Because Buddy was gonna get hands put on him, you know what I mean? Are you tired as hell during the week? Logan could be in grind. Not so much, man, because my job really isn't that physically demanding, and I still have my CPAP, so I'm getting great sleep. So no, I don't really be feeling tired. Like I did when I first started. It was an adjustment. But you know, no, I don't really be tired. I be tired as hell with my local jobs. I got to motivate myself not quit it all the time. Yeah, I feel you. It can be some days are, you know, you just wake up and you just like, I don't feel like going to work today. But, you know, then you remind yourself of what you're doing it for and who you're doing it for. And, you know, that motivate me real quick. What's up? Huh?
This car is making me bumpy.
Making you bumpy?
Yeah.
So what you want to do? You want to go in the house? Or you going to get... Cornball. Your old trainer was drinking. Yeah, my old trainer was drinking on the truck, man. He drinking 211s of all shit. Anybody who's a drinker know 211 is a low quality drink. So you get drunk off 211, that's that sloppy drunk. You know what I'm talking about? What's the plan after you get out of debt? Do you have a 5-year plan or something like that? I don't have I kind of have an idea of where I would like to be, but I don't have the game plan as of yet to get there. I think my biggest problem of recent is that I look too far down the road and I trip over what's in front of me. So right now I'm just putting all my energy and my mind on, you know, paying off debt. Like when I get to that stage of saving, then I think I'll take a deeper dive into planning what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do it. Don't walk on that, man. No. Get back on the, yeah. Don't walk on that. How you doing? Like I said, when I get to that point, I'll do a deeper dive into figuring out what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do it, and things of that nature. But right now, I haven't given it much thought, to be honest, about what a 5-year plan. Right now, it's just being debt free by next year. That's the only thing that's going through my head. You know, as males, we simple minded, man. We can't do a lot at once. So I just gotta pick one thing, focus on it, go hard on it. Cool. Hey man, I was at Trans Am for like 2 months, and then I had to go. Man, they was on, yeah, Trans Am definitely. It's so funny because Trans Am follows me on Instagram and be liking all my pictures, but I'm not eligible to be rehired there. When I called to find out why, because I was just curious, they won't tell me. So Trans Am was a interesting experience. I don't regret it by no means, but they definitely had a lot of stuff with them. I will say that. The company did call the police on him, but I don't believe he got arrested. I just think he got stranded in Iowa. So, sound personal. That food service, it ain't no joke. We making over 80 a year, but yeah, I know you do. I got a family member that worked for Cisco in Georgia, and he told me all about that. You got to have a back brace, and like that's work. You're gonna be in the best shape of your life. What would you be doing today if you never got the CDL? That is an outstanding question. I have no idea. I would say one of 3 possibilities. I would have found a way to get back into Walmart distribution and been working on being a manager. I would have ended up going and doing like everybody else in my area, going to the shipyard. Or I would have just been doing the entrepreneur thing, but probably, I ain't gonna say I wouldn't have been successful, but you know, I probably just would have been I just would have been doing a lot of different small stuff, you know, like cutting grass, you know, cooking dinners and things to that nature, but none of those which I would have felt like would have been satisfying me financially as truck driving is. So I'm blessed to still be a truck driver and to have came into the industry, man, because I was entering into a point in life where I was on a downward spiral, man. I think my son was like, he wasn't even 1 yet, so it was getting real bad real quick, man. That's why I say all the time, truck driving didn't change my life. Truck driving saved my life, and that's real. You know what I mean? Like life would have been crazy without that CDL. That's a fact. Are you going back OTR when you become an owner-op? Absolutely not. If done the way that I hopefully will do it or plan to do it, I will still be able to be home every night because I won't have the expense of a truck note. Where my car is right in front of me. So they are going to have a robot truck, autonomous truck. That's what they claim. They're coming whether we like it or not. But like I said, hopefully by the time they run us out of a job, I've invested my money into other industries to where, you know, on to the next at that point. So we shall see. You know what I mean? We shall see. So, but I appreciate y'all coming in here. And did you pay for the baby step? Dave Ramsey, I thought about starting pro. I'm seeing like he's working out. Man, check it out. Nah, I just watched a lot of his YouTube videos. A lot of the information that you can find in the book, he speaks on it on a daily basis on his YouTube. And I probably will look into getting the book once I probably get to like baby steps like 4 and 5. But if you watch he has a daily show that comes on YouTube, this podcast, where people call in and just give them different scenarios. But a lot of people call in and they need advice on baby step 1, 2, and 3, and that's what he speaks on mostly. So, you know, I feel like I know everything he's gonna say in the book just because I watch him on a daily basis. So if you haven't, I would recommend subscribing to his channel as well as finding his groups on Facebook, man. A lot of great information, a lot of people, you know, in our situations. And you'd be surprised with the salaries that some of these people make, the changes they're able to do, man. I mean, I'm talking about people making $50,000, living like they make $80,000 because of the cuts and financial maturity that they have developed from this program. And I'm just trying to get to that point. I mean, with the money that me and my wife together brings in, we should be able to do some serious damage as long as we stay disciplined, as we have been doing just recently. You know what I mean? I mean, and just in the last, I mean, I'm talking about in the next month to 2 months, we're going to clear up about $700 a month just from getting rid of subscriptions that we don't use, paying off things that we've been making payments on. We're going to clip $700 a month. So it's almost like a raise. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Let's see. We have a very, very long time before self-driving trucks come in full industry. Yeah, that's what I would like to hope as well, D. Gray Sr., that we have a good ways off. I'm 27. Yeah, I'm 27. I won't be 28 the next February. Got my little 3-year-old. Oh, you gonna get on the camera? You gonna come say hi to the people? Say hey.
Hey.
What you gotta say to them?
Hey.
You wanna say nothing else?
Yeah.
What you gonna say?
That car is evil.
That car is evil?
Yeah.
How's that car evil?
Says that car is evil.
Wow, that car is evil. That's all you got?
Says I need a pink car.
It's the same car. That car is the same as the car in there. Yeah. Go drink some water. You sweating. Go tell mom to give you some water. That my little man. Absolutely. I wish I would have gotten to trucking at 21. 100%. Yeah, I'm still live. I had no intention of being on live for an hour and 10 minutes, right? I'm gonna be 100 with you. I thought I was gonna do a quick 20-30 minutes and be gone, man. This is like a guilty live. You know, guilty be live for like 3 hours. You could call this the suburbs. It's a nice neighborhood though. What's up, Jay? What's going on down there? But yeah, man, I'm finna get up off here, man, because like I said, I had no idea I was gonna be up here this long. But I appreciate everybody that's been in here the entire time. Back and forth conversation, man. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, share, whatever, man. Tell somebody about me. You know what I mean? As always, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God, Trucking, gone.